All right. Hey, everyone. So I'm coming to you today with my fabulous Teaching 10. And today I have the amazing Joanne Angel Barry Colon, who's going to be teaching us how to use the chakras for health and wealth. I can't wait to hear about it, Joanne.
I can't wait to share it.
All right.
Yes, I'm just trying to share the page, which is why I look distracted. I'm trying to find the page. There we have it. Here we go.
Can't wait to share it.
There we go. Yes. So just really quickly, unless of course Rosie wants to do the introduction. Do you want to introduce me, or should I just
Yeah,
introduce
no,
myself?
go for it, babe. You got it.
All
You
right.
got the floor.
All right, so really quickly for those who I'm new to, because I'm on Rosie's page here, I'm known as Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon. I'm a certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, also the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And I'm going to give a plug here. Thanks to Rosie, this is how my deck actually came alive. She actually helped me take what I was seeing in my third eye become my reality, where I can actually hold it in my hand. So anyone out there who's looking to create their own deck of cards, I highly recommend Rosie. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here on her show. I'm actually saying it because it's proof. These are literally created by her. She's amazing. Superwoman, I call her. Creative as all hell. And yes.
Thank you.
So with
nice.
that being said, I most of the time, I should say all the time, use my cards to help my clients really connect on a deeper level with your chakra system. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with what your chakra system is, in really easy layman forms, I like to keep things easy because when we go too science with things, people get a little overwhelmed. So really easy, when we think about chakras, the word chakra means wheel or disc. And when we think about a wheel, most of the time that wheel is turning. And that's really what we want our chakras to do as well. And the big clue to knowing whether or not your chakras are churning, because I get asked this question all the time, well, how do I know my chakras are aligned or not? Well, what is your external world looking like for you? Is there an area in your life that you feel needs to be better? You wish it could be better, whether it be your health, your wealth, your relationships, whatever it is. And I truly believe when we talk about health, wealth, our careers, it's all connected with our relationships, because when our relationship, especially with self, is not aligned, everything else sort of falls out of alignment too. Now, the other thing I also want to connect with that is when we're not aligned with ourself, 90% of the times it means we're not aligned with our career, which then affects our health and our wealth. When you put it together, that's your common factor. When we are not aligned with ourselves, we're not aligned with our career. Our career is our soul's purpose. Every one of us has a soul's purpose. We may not be aware of what it is. We may not be attuned to it just yet, but we all have a purpose, which is why we're here on this earth. And unfortunately, there's so many of us who live in the space of fear and worry and doubt and limitation. So they end up having a job that doesn't really serve. Then that also misaligns their relationship with themselves, because they're not happy. They're spending 8 hours a day in a job that doesn't serve them, so it can't possibly make them happy. So when we're not happy at work, we're not going to be happy in our life, and that then creates a domino effect on our health and eventually our wealth as well. So what I like to do today is, I'm not going to use the word teach because I think that's so formal. But what I am going to use the word is, I'm going to guide you, because I want you to learn this so you can actually use it on your own. Because yes, I would be delighted if every one of you decided, oh, I want to work with you. I want to work with Joanne. I want her to help me and whatever not. But yes, I would love to do that. But I also want to give you skills that you could do this on your own. Because if every one of you decided to reach out to me at one time, I'm going to be overwhelmed, which is not a bad problem to have. But I'm here to provide a skill. I'm here to provide you with something that when you finish watching today's show, or you come back and watch it, there's something you're going to take away from it. And my whole thing as a holistic personal trainer is to help you really connect with your chakras. Now, Again, we already spoke about the fact that chakras is a wheel, and the energy should be flowing, turning. Now, in total, there's 114 chakras throughout our entire aura. Most people sit back and say, well, how do we know where our aura is? Well, even though you can't see it right now, if you extend your arms out, literally trying to hold side to side to the wall, that is the length from side to the ceiling to the floor is the length of your aura. That's how wide out your aura goes. Literally like almost like 6 feet wide. When you think about it, this is like social distancing. Let's make a joke here. So think about that energy. You have 114 chakras all around that. And then in alignment to 12 that literally run from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet.
And we only talk about 7 of them though, right?
Yes. I was just about to say the average healer works with their client with 7 primary chakras, which literally starts from the crown itself and runs its way down to the lumbar of your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. I always like to say it then drops down to your feet, but then that would make it the 8th one. So anyway, there's 7 primary. And for me, when I work on my clients, I focus on 8 colors because the heart chakra has 2 colors associated, which is pink and green. So when I work with my clients, my technique is to teach them to become aware of the visual and also the feeling, because not everyone meditates the same way. Some people feel things, some people see things, some people don't do any of the above, so that's where the imagination comes in. And we all have one. We all have an imagination. Sometimes, unfortunately, as adults, we sort of let that imagination sort of fall asleep once we reach a certain age. We sort of lose track of how to play. And when we think of ourselves as children, we use our imagination all the time. So for the sake of that for today, I'm going to invite every one of us to tap into our inner child and allow yourself to imagine today. Be creative and imagine. So we're going to tap into the 7 chakras. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to have you close your eyes if you like. And I'm going to guide you through the 7 colors. It doesn't matter where these 7 colors land. It's just what matters here is the connection of the color. And then I'm also going to associate it with the actual chakra itself. And if the individual actually feels that energy in that chakra, that's great. And if they don't, that's great. There's no wrong. So let's start off by closing your eyes. And just for the sake of it, we're just going to visualize this beautiful white light all around our aura. This is the white light of protection, protecting us from any lower vibrations that we may be attracting right now. And once you can see that beautiful white light, I'm just going to slowly start to throw some colors out at you. And just to see that you can imagine them. And if you can't, that's okay. And we're going to start out with the beautiful color of purple. And just think of that purple sitting literally on the top of your head, like a hat. And then we're going to drop that energy down right between your eyebrows, this beautiful indigo light, right between the eyebrows. I like to also imagine an eye there, like an actual image of an eye, if you can. And then we're going to drop down into the throat and pretend we have like a little ball or something right in the throat chakra, that turquoise light. And that turquoise light is also going to come into the ears as well, because when we think about the throat, we're thinking about the ears. And then we're going to drop down a little bit more and come right above the heart and right between the throat. And we have what we call the high heart, which is pink. And then we're going to drop down again a little lower, right to the center of your chest, into your heart, and imagine green. And then we're going to drop down right in your belly, literally your powerhouse, and visualize yellow. And then we're going to take it a little lower, right below the belly button. And let's imagine the color orange. And let's take it down one more notch, right to the tailbone. Literally, if you're sitting, you're literally sitting on your tailbone. And imagine what's supporting you as you sit is this beautiful red energy. And now that we have these 8 beautiful colors associated with our 7 chakras, just take a breath here. And as you take this breath, what I'd like you to also do is, as I said earlier, just connect with your inner child so she or he can play and imagine. And just imagine these colors just floating around the room. The red, the orange, the yellow, green, pink, turquoise, indigo, and purple. They're just floating around the room. And just see yourself running around and sort of like trying to catch those colors as though they're balloons. And you finally catch one. You finally have that balloon, that beautiful color in your hands. Whatever color that is, stay focused on that color. And as I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you can connect this color to its chakra. The color knows where it belongs. You don't need to actually see it there. And what I'd like you to do here in this very moment is just imagine being the healthiest version of you, whatever that looks like for you. Then imagine being the happiest version of you. And each time you imagine this, just think of that color getting really, really bright. And now think of it as being the wealthiest version of you. Wealthiest. And feeling worthy of having wealth, health, and happiness in your life. And that's a big word, worthy. Feeling as though you deserve it. Because you do. You deserve health, you deserve wealth, and you deserve happiness. And continue just to stay focused on that color. And as you do, what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to guide you to the area of the chakras. So I'm going to be mentioning all the colors. And once I get to the color that you are focused on, I want you to place your hand on the area I connect you to. So we're going to start with purple and connecting both hands to your crown chakra. So just gently hovering over the crown. If you are visualizing indigo, you're going to just gently place both hands on your third eye. If you are visualizing turquoise, you're going to place both hands on your throat. If you are visualizing pink, you're going to place both hands gently above and in the middle of your heart. If you are focusing on green, you're going to send it right to the center of your chest. If you're focusing on yellow, you're going to place both hands right on your belly. If you are focusing on orange, you're going to place both hands right below your belly button. And if you are focusing on red, you're going to place both hands literally on your pelvis. And as you're in that energy, now just visualize what I like to call Reiki healing. But we're going to send a little healing to that one chakra that you are focused on. And don't be surprised if the color starts to change to a different color. And if it does, you can either move your hand to that other area, or you could keep it right where it is. Because this energy of Reiki goes where it needs. And just continue to visualize that beautiful color just expanding to a brighter, brighter color and getting bigger. And if need be, start to see it as a wheel where it starts to turn, and you can start to feel, sense, and touch this energy that might be flowing in that one area, or you start to feel tingling, maybe even heat, maybe a little cold, whatever the vibration is that you might be feeling. You might be feeling it all over your body now. And just be in that energy and just visualizing this version of you as being healthy, wealthy, happy. And when you are in that high vibration of receiving, know that anything is possible in this energy now. And your relationships, such as with self, others, your career, your money, your health, everything starts to expand and becomes perfectly aligned to you. Just take another deep breath here. And as you exhale this breath, just allow yourself to let go of anything that might be preventing you from allowing this, receiving this. Because sometimes we do that. We get nervous and we stop it from coming in. And just be in that energy. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale this breath, just know that everything is magically happening for you. And everything is already in divine order. And imagine yourself already receiving. Now just begin to feel, sense, and touch all of this energy within you. The wheels are turning. And just start to feel your energy returning back into your body, just in case you started floating. You entered another entity, bringing yourself back into the space that you were in, whether you're at your home, your work area, your car, the street, wherever you are. Just start to feel, start to move your body around. If you want to just pull your shoulders around, just allow your head to move. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle your toes, just a little rotation, just to get that energy to flow. Because sometimes the energy might be a little stuck because there's a lot of energy that's flowing through. And there you have it. Chakra balance, energy healing to align you with health, wealth, happiness, and everything else. And as long as you're open to receiving, it's yours already. How
So good. So good. So nice. I kept seeing this gorgeous purple that was just.
Yes, it didn't surprise me you went purple.
Yeah, so good. Oh my God. Really great. Nice. I feel good.
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Well, the nice thing about when we align our chakras, besides aligning them to open our energies up to receive, it brings us in a state of peace and calmness. So we are calmer. And when we're calmer, we're able to think better. We're not like all over the place trying to think we have to do 500 things before we do the thing we need to do.
Right.
So chakra balance alignment is extremely important. If anyone's wondering how often do I need to do chakra balance alignment, as often as you need. I recommend first thing in the morning, I recommend midday, and then I recommend before bedtime. And you may need to do it a few times in between that, depending on the different people you come in contact with. Because if you're feeling as though you've stepped into someone's energy and they seem to be a little overwhelming or distracted or whatever other word we want to use, you may take on that energy, and that sort of takes your energy down. So if that's the case, the minute you're able to get away from them, or even in that quick moment, just focus on that one chakra. You don't have to go to a whole, 7 spiral effect. Just focus on one chakra and just beam in on it. And that will help you to align your energy. And then a real simple affirmation of I am open to amazingness. I'm open to magic. I'm open to health. I'm open to wealth. I'm open to happiness. I'm open to joy. I'm open to fun.
Nice.
And those are really easy vibrations.
Beautiful. So it just goes to show you that you can do a lot in a short amount of time.
Yes.
So because we only had 10 minutes, Joanne, you're like a wealth of information. So I'd like to have you back for a longer version of an interview. But since this is our Teaching 10, that's what you get for today. And that's a beautiful practice that you can you can start right now and bring it into every day. So thank you so much, Joanne.
My pleasure.
Really, really great. Really, really good. Thank
you.